the risk details had not been imported probably or saved. So as a step 1, we shall import the risk details for the same. Then consolidate the risk details with the overall risk details of the other mutual funds, and then do an analysis of the risk profile. ये तुम्हें समझ आया बेटा कि नहीं आया? तो इसमें सबसे पहले हमें क्या करना है, पार्ट ऑफ दिस थिंग कैपिटल गेन्स वो नहीं है, ठीक है, तो ये हट जाएगा। तो इसमें कौन सी चीज़ हटेगी? इसमें ये ट्रेनिंग, इसको इधर राइट में करो, क्योंकि वो कैपिटल गेन्स वाला नहीं आ रहा ना। ऊपर चलो, ऊपर चलो, ऊपर चलो, नीचे 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 नीचे। ये ट्रेलिंग रिटर्न्स आ गया ना, तो हम लोगों ने ट्रेलिंग रिटर्न्स कर दिया। टॉन स्मॉल कैप डायरेक्ट प्लान। सो नाउ लेट्स गो टू अ ट्रांसफॉर्म डेटा। इसको डिलीट कर दो, दिस इज नो लॉन्गर रिक्वायर्ड, और इसको डिलीट कर दो, दिस इज नो लॉन्गर रिक्वायर्ड, राइट। और इसको सेव कर दो, अप्लाई, ठीक है ना। उसके बाद नीचे आओ, स्मॉल कैप डायरेक्ट प्लान ट्रेलिंग रिटर्न्स एंड स्मॉल। अब इसका है मोतीलाल ओसवाल, इसका जो रिस्क है मीन स्टैंडर्ड डिविएशन ये रहा ना, मोतीलाल ओसवाल या किसी का भी रिस्क सिंपल ले लो आप। उसको आप डुप्लिकेट कर दो। डुप्लिकेट करने के बाद आप जिस भी फंड को आप एनालाइज कर रहे हो उसको कॉपी कर लो। तो यहाँ पे उसका नाम जो है कंट्रोल V ये कर दो, ठीक है बेटा। फिर सोर्स पे जाओ, सोर्स पे जा कर के इस पे क्लिक करो, फिर क्वांट पे जाओ स्मॉल, और इधर आ जाओ, इसको कॉपी कर लो, ठीक है। इसका बीटा इतना है, S&P का जो भी है, इक्विटी स्मॉल कैप का अल्फा इतना है, बीटा इज 0.86, इसका 0.95 है। इसकी रैंक विद इन द कैटेगरी नंबर ऑफ फंड्स इज 20। शार्प रेशियो 3 है, मीन 1 है, मैक्सिमम में 44.65 दे रहा है ये, ठीक है। इसको लिया, इसको लिया, इसको लिया, ओके किया, इसको लिया, रिप्लेस वैल्यू पे स्टार पे क्लिक किया, परफेक्टली फाइन। इधर आए, इस पे गए, ये गए, तो ये क्वांट स्मॉल साइज एक्टिव का इतना हो गया, राइट। रिस्क सिंपल 2, इसमें रिस्क सिंपल 2 किया, उसको करने के बाद ये 2 हटा दिया तुमने, यू रिमूव दिस 2। इज इट क्लियर बेटा?
यस सर। सर लेकिन हमको तो सर वैल्यू रिसर्च और डेटा सब नहीं मिल रहा है सर।
हाँ, मैं आपको स्नैपशॉट सारे दे दूंगा ना, एक एक
ओके
करके
सर।
मैं स्नैपशॉट दे दूंगा, तो यू विल, आपको एक म्यूचुअल फंड में एनालिसिस के लिए दे दूंगा पहले, फिर आप 2 को दोगे।
ओके सर।
अब मैं रिस्क सिंपल वाला गया, ठीक है ना, इसका रिस्क सिंपल वाला और भी देख लो, कुछ और रिस्क वाला है क्या? अब इस रिस्क वाले में क्या हुआ, चेंज टाइप, कौन सा, ये जो नंबर्स आ रहे हैं, फिर ऐड कस्टम कॉलम, और ये, अब आप इसको डुप्लीकेट कर दो, इधर आया, ठीक है, फंड नेम ये हो गया, ठीक है, ये किया। तुम्हारे पास फाइल है ना बेटा, तुम अपने एंड पे रिप्लिकेट कर सकते हो इसको, तो फाइल दी थी ना
यस सर।
मैंने।
मैं तो रिप्लिकेट कर सकता हूँ, लेकिन सर कोई डाटा जैसा आप एक्सट्रैक्ट कर रहे हो वहां से, तो वो सब तो मैं नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ। जहाँ पे आपने न्यू कॉलम न्यू टेबल क्रिएट किया।
तुम्हारे पास नहीं हो पा रहा है? अच्छा
नहीं
देखते हैं,
सर।
अभी रुको, ये लिया, कैप लिया, ओके किया, फिर अनपिवट किया, ये आ गया ना तुम्हारा, ठीक है बेटा, यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया। अब
यस
मैं
सर।
होम पे गया, सेव किया, अप्लाई किया, फिर मैं क्लोज किया, अप्लाई किया, इधर आया. अब मुझे जो रिस्क वाला प्रोफाइल में है, आई हैव टू ऐड द सेम कॉलम, द टेबल. सो व्हेन आई कम डाउन टू रिस्क, so I'm doing a union across all of them, right? So
Yes,
here
sir.
I will say quant. Okay, so now I have got quant this thing at risk, ये वाला, ये मैं यूनियन कर दूंगा. These are the data cleansing steps which have been done. Is this clear? It should not contain zero, then there is rank and number. ये तो ये मेरा यहाँ पे आकर के तुम प्लान रिस्क कर दोगे. यहाँ पे तुम्हें समझ आया बेटा कि नहीं आया? फिर मैंने एंटर
sir.
किया. So this is all actually SQL code which is actually being converted into DAX. So how I will explain it is like this. Control C, Control N, Control V. So here we are doing an union of all the mutual fund extracts. ये समझ आया?
Yes, sir.
राइट. यहाँ पे हम ये कह रहे हैं कि वी आर एक्सक्लूडिंग रोज marked as rank in this step. Is it clear? Then
Yes, sir.
here there was some further cleansing because we had actually taken rank also here, right? Rank and number, correct? So we had excluded that. So now I have done this. Now what happens is that I have got this. So risk return graphical analysis. So this risk return graphical analysis is being done using this. Now here within the risk one, there are a lot of calculations which have been done, like average calculations. That means whatever attribute I have selected, if I am selecting alpha, then it will do an average of alpha. If I am selecting beta, then it's doing a beta. If otherwise, this thing. Are you understanding it? So I am filtering that table. That attribute should contain alpha, and I am doing an alpha average based on this because I needed to find out the average across the entire set of mutual fund holdings here. Is this clear here? So this is selecting the attribute to be analyzed. This says that if the attribute analyzed, selected, if the selected attribute is alpha, then filter the entire table where the filter the entire risk table where the attribute column contains alpha and then take an average. ये तुम्हें समझ में आया बेटा कि नहीं आया?
Yes sir, clear है sir.
Is it clear guys?
Yes sir.
Right. Similar exercise was done with the other attributes. So this you should be able to show and understand. So you have to understand it in depth here. Is it clear? So here I've used selected value. So then the core parameter fund name here is I have actually done a concatenation. Right. Now what happens is, and value appended is, I've done some data cleansing here. Now what happens is, I go here and if I pick up alpha, so it will give me an average of alpha across all the mutual funds. Is this clear beta? Yes or no? And if I look at small cap, quant small cap, my alpha is the highest. My average alpha is 4. But small cap is 18.6. That means it's a very high end this thing. So guys, take this project very seriously because financial institutions, it could have a very good opening. Is this clear beta? Yes or no? Mallikarjun, is it
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Because it is slightly difficult, you've just come in between. So there is some work which has gone into it. Right? But when I take the Sharpe ratio, that means this thing is, my average Sharpe ratio is about 1. My Sharpe is 1? No, my average Sharpe is my average calculation is 1. And for quant small active it is 1.3. So again it qualifies for an investment. So it's above the average of all the mutual funds that I have. Now should I go from, say, a company which is, say, Mera Asset, where my Sharpe ratio is 0.77 and to quant small active is 1.30. So it's definitely a case. Is that point clear, team?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, here, if I look at the trailing trend analysis, then again its average is more. So quant small active is definitely above my average. Now this scenario cheat sheet I was trying to make. Now let's look at the client cheat sheet. Now client cheat sheet is coming from which table? Consolidated simple risk. So at the consolidated simple risk, I will also add this quant. Is this clear? And then there were a lot of cleaning up which was done. Correct? And I press enter. So what I'm basically there doing it is, see what we are ultimately doing is, for the given client, right? We are consolidating all the mutual fund entries. Then we are comparing the alphas, the means and the betas with the average across all funds. Yes or no? Yes or no, beta? Then we are comparing graphically the means, the alphas, etc. within the funds. So when I say mirror asset to, so if I say mirror asset large cap to quant small cap, is this clear? So I put it here. So my quant small cap is 18.60. It's in blue region all around. And the Sharpe ratio is more than the average. So what is red is below the average and what is blue is above the average. Is it clear? So but the equity small cap by which this this thing is compared is also above the average. Is this clear? Yes or no? समझ में आ रहा है बेटा कि नहीं? Because it's not only making the DAX, it's also making sense of what is being done here. Axis focused alpha is 3.48. This has to go. मेरे asset large cap is 1.42. But IFL is now a dicey ball game. It's 10.09. Should you take that risk or should you not take that risk? बोलो. Isn't it so? Now when I come down to this quant small cap, 8 minute देख लो. Has this been done properly? And this is coming from consolidated trailing returns. Wherein I'll say quant इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या आ रहा है बेटा कि ट्रेलिंग रिटर्न सिंपल, just 1 second guys. So I do a duplicate of this. ठीक है, राइट? Quant small fund, yeah, ठीक है रहते हैं देवज्योति, is it clear बेटा?
Yes, sir.
Then I say save. So I'm showing you how it is done, right? So for transfer, your alpha has to be higher, and the alpha has to be higher from the previous fund. भाई लॉजिकल चीज है ना, it has to be higher than the previous fund and it has to be higher than whatever is my average. Is it clear beta, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right, then of course I can say yes, it's recommended for this thing. Now I will give you 2 more funds. So now when I come here, consolidated returns training, now there is a 1-year check, there is a 4-year check. Oh, Jai Sri Ram. So now just see what I am doing it. So this, in this case, you'll learn about selected value, union, and then extensive usage of alerters. Right. And then how do you present the result after classifying it? So Debjyoti, this is one project which is immediately available.
Okay,
ठीक है ना? So I will then take it out. So what I will do now is I will pick up one more mutual fund, Rubeco FlexiCap fund. Canara, Rubeco, FlexiCap Direct. Is it clear, beta?
Yes, sir.
Now you have the video with you, so I'm putting everything in the video,
Yes, sir.
right? So I am putting up this as the trailing return. So year date is minus 2.67. समझ में नहीं आ रहा बेटा. How are they choosing this? That's what I'm not able to understand. So I'll put in Excel here. Trailing underscore returns. Beta, if it has to be what your analysis and assessment in your case study, it has to be that the returns have to be higher than the overall average. Okay. Second, returns of the mutual fund have to be higher than the average for its base index. Correct? Then returns have to be higher than the fund from which the transfer is taking place. Because what happens is, when I'm purchasing, suppose I'm taking 10 lakhs out, right? So I have to pay a capital gains tax. So after paying that capital gains tax, do I gain or lose? Is this clear, beta? Yes or no? So if I look at it here, So the 1 year is actually 2.38. It's in the red portion. But 3 year is 50.75. 5 years is 1.45. Now over all this average, it should be in the blue. Right, so once you check the 3 year one, how he has done the 3 year check mark. So what you need to understand is how is the 3 year check been marked out. So if it was 1, then 1 else 0. So if it was 1, then he marked it as a blue, otherwise it's marked as a red. Is it clear? And overall 3 year average जो है बेटा वो इधर से लेके आया है. This is how it has been done. So from across all of them, all the indices, he's done a calculate all the average. Is it clear beta? Yes or no?
Yes sir.
थोड़ा सा ये ट्रिकी है. So what you can do is you can do it for 3 years, 5 years. इसकी कलर कोडिंग तो की नहीं थी. So do it for all of them.
नहीं sir.
Is this clear?
Yes sir. सर इसका कलर कोडिंग मतलब रेंज क्या होगा?
एवरेज से कंपेयर किया ना. इफ इट इज मोर देन एवरेज इट वाज 1, इफ इट वाज लेस देन एवरेज इट वाज 0. तो इफ इट इज 0 देन इट्स रेड, इफ इट इज 1 देन इट इज ब्लू. उसने वैसे बना दिया था. So you'll see the alerter there. Is this clear?
Yes sir.
ये रहा ट्रेलिंग रिटर्न. तो इसमें और भी वो लगा दूंगा. इफ इट इज बिलो 30,000 then it should be marked as investable. If it is above 30,000 crores then it should not be marked as investable, but then it's become too large. फिर expense ratio should be below certain limit. वो भी मैं बता दूंगा. Right, so you'll make that complete package and you'll maintain it. Is it clear?
Yes sir.
ये हो गया. ये मैं तुम्हें दे रहा हूँ. So I have shown you exactly how to do it in the YouTube video, how to add it. So I will give you
Okay, sir.
all these details and you keep on adding it, right? Then the risk measure and give me the result. This you have to do. Now this is 29.20. This can go anywhere. So I'll have to just check what is the P by E ratio which you are looking at. और होल्डिंग्स. अब एक्चुअली होल्डिंग्स हैं बेटा, दीज आर वेरी सॉफ्ट थिंग्स. विच फंड्स डू फील? जैसे आई फील वेरी कंफर्टेबल विद मेनी ऑफ दीज कंपनीज. ये कंपनीज कहीं भाग नहीं जाएंगी. राइट, द फाइनल कॉल इज द इन्वेस्टर्स. Is this clear, beta?
Yes, sir.
No, beta, this is not the way, na. This is company क्या हुआ है इसका? Sorry, I think I screwed up. जय माता दी, जय माता दी, ऐसे होगा ना. So this is Canara. ये कौन सा है? थोड़ा सा बेटा, थोड़ा सा ये ट्रिकी है. It is not easy. So this is actually for which they would pay in the market 35-40 lakhs. Okay, so this is for those people who will be, because the people who are investing, who are advising, are getting that kind of salaries, right? So you're doing something better than them. Are you understanding it?
Yes, sir.
So this is slightly premium. Would I be able to get you that kind of packages? I'm not sure, but it thoda sa advanced hai. This is slightly more advanced. Canara Robeco. Is it clear, beta? So what I will be doing is,
Yes,
I'll
sir.
be giving you this. This is about the fund Shri Datta Bhandalwar. I'm really not interested. We'll know more than him very soon. You'll know more than him very soon. Okay. You want me to give you another fund? This should keep you busy. Because only one person can work now, because it's on the same file that is it is being done, right? ICICI Prudential India Opportunities Fund. Pehle tum just do one. Let's see how it goes. Then another one I can give it to the second person if he decides. Now there is something which I missed out, was the holding comparison. So you can do a lot of neat things here. So basically, beta, the scenario sheet is going to be a dynamic condition of what is alpha, beta, and which funds fit into it. Are you understanding it? Achana. Let's see holding. Small cap fund. Just 1 second. मैं इसका होल्डिंग भी डाल देता हूँ उसमें. यहाँ कंप्लीट दिस. जय सिया राम. So unpivoted columns, right? I duplicate this again. So beta, this is how I have made it, right? So now this is quant small cap. Because in streaming, this problem happens. It takes in a lot of memory. Jai 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 Hanuman Kesari. This I have to go through this. Actually, I'm trying to find out if I can get a pura API, then I'll automate everything. Is it clear, beta? Then in this funds, so ITC has come here, right? तो स्मॉल कैप का तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा. ICICI Bank is not a small company. ITC is not a small company. No clue. fund. Is it clear, beta? Then save. एरर कौन सा था, कौन सा था, एरर कौन सा था? इसमें एरर में थोड़ा देखना पड़ेगा बेटा. Then I go here. ये हो गया ना. It's all primarily union. I'm consolidating and checking it up union using slicers. So when I take up small quant, small active fund, so this is the case. So value appended is a text right now, but if I make it into a decimal number, then I'll know which are my high value stocks. We'll clean it up later on. We'll have to do a replace here. You understanding it? Because there is some blank value which has come out. So replace will be substitute. Primarily in ITC, and my price by earning ratio for ITC currently is 23.62. देखो अभी कैसे आता है. We'll have to do some cleansing here and I save it. ठीक है बेटा. So I'll give you this, so you add Conera here onto this tip and tell me what is your assessment. Is it clear?
Okay.
Clear,
Yes,
beta?
sir.
So I'll put up 1, then I'll give you 2, then I'll give you 3, 4, 5. Right?
Yes, sir.
अब इसमें बेटा ये करना पड़ेगा, what you will have to do is so you can probably do a switch. Where A is equal to this, alt enter, where to switch. Is it clear? Value, holdings value. If it contains this, then 0. If it contains this, then 0. You cannot just keep on telling me how it can be done, right? Else value ऐसे होगा ना? Yes or no? Team, anything else? Is it clear, team? Now if I convert this into a number, then it should work out, right? Let's see. See, the price earning ratio of Patanjali is 50.73. No, there's something else. It has gone wrong. I have to go. I'll just clean it up. Let me just check.
सर आप डेटा टाइप क्यों चेंज कर रहे हैं?
हाँ बेटा, we'll have to just clean it up. We'll clean it up. We'll just see. Okay, I'll give it to you, this file, along with the Excel file, and you can start for one. Correct? Debjyoti, this is an easy assignment?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Huh? So I have shown you everything. How to do it. This is construction sector. It is on construction sector a lot. Capital goods, gym, London. So have fun with this, guys, how people's money works. Right? RB infrastructure development. What is the price by earning ratio of RB infrastructure development? So what you can also do here is filter it by RB infrastructure development. I want to understand how Patanjali works, right?